Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. Here we've got two teams who will look to their running backs to try to control the pace of the game. It's the Raiders going up against the Broncos. So let's go now to Oakland, California, where Jim and Phil are on the call.
The Broncos are back deep, waiting for the kick. And Sebastian Janikowski looks ready to get this one underway. Anderson's got a chance to return this one. And the tackle's made right around the 26-yard line. Coming off a record-shattering year, breaking virtually every mark that had ever been posted in a single season, quarterback Peyton Manning.
What a year Peyton Manning had for the Denver Broncos in 2013. Led them to the Super Bowl. Record numbers for the offense. Record numbers for him. It's just amazing what he does year in and year out.
That brings the play to an end. The offensive lineup includes tight end Julius Thomas, a former college basketball player at Portland State.
Yeah, how about that transition? He plays 1 year of football at Portland State, becomes a fourth-round draft pick, and then he just has an outstanding year in 2013. He is a terrific athlete.
Here's the defense, a unit that works best when it gets to the quarterback. Welker's lined up in the slot. Peyton Manning from the shotgun. Going deep. Clutch catch. Touchdown.
You got to take advantage of situations like this. Not often in the NFL do you get somebody this wide open. Good job by the receiver. Nice job by the quarterback seeing him. And what do you get? An easy touchdown pass.
The Raiders now will get their first shot to come onto the field and score. They gave up points on the opening drive. The score's 7-0. And they crash into him, ending the return at the 20-yard line. So the rookie quarterback, it's not his first time onto the field, but still getting his feet wet in the NFL.
Yeah, you know, Jim, and every week it just gets a little easier, better. When you walk out there, you can settle those nerves down faster each game you play. So it's going to be fun to see how he does here today.
First down at the 20. They'll run it here. Rocked for a loss on that tackle. Here's the offensive line, which must protect its quarterback today. Second and 12. Out of the eye. Here's the handoff. Nice tackle. Imposing their will early on the defense with a solid effort on the ground.
We talk so much, don't we, about the passing game in the NFL, but it's still about the other one, and right now the offense, they are winning that battle. Nice run.
He's tackled beyond the markers. It's a first down.
Now this quarterback's pretty smart, I'll tell you that. And, you know, he knows, he sees the blitzes. That time he changed to pass protection, and he gets the extra time. That's a great job by the QB.
First and 10. Handoff out of the I formation. Taking it up the middle. Brought down by Ware. Let's set the defensive starters. An extra tight end on the field for this one.
Let's go. Break 38.
Second down and 9. And off the mark on that short throw.
Number 8 can't complete the pass.
Third down now. The Raiders go with two tight ends on this play. With two hands, he has it. And he's tackled, but not until he picked up the first down.
Good job by the receiver that time. Getting that extra couple yards, gets a first down. They are marching. Let's see how the defense reacts.
Play number 6 coming up on this drive. Offense lines up here. First down at the 45. To the ground. Looking for some daylight up the middle. That'll put them in what we call plus territory.
Nothing like a good trap play. When you play defensive linemen who like to get up the field a little too quick, let them get up the field, have a pulling guard, knock them out, and then run in there behind them and get those yards.
It's a 2 tight end formation. Second down and 1. Reaches out and grabs it. Gains 15.
It takes really good corners to play a defense where you challenge the wide receivers and just play them man-to-man coverage. I don't think this defense has that kind of quality corners.
Let's go.
Midway through the first. The give. And at the 25, he'll be brought down. Second and 4 following the run. There's a lot of extra weight out there for this jumbo set. The reception, easy, wide open, gains 16.
Every quarterback in the NFL loves this coverage where you got 4 defensive backs all playing deep. So in routes, anything across the middle, usually it's wide open. Good job by the quarterback taking advantage of the defense that time.
The long drive continues. First and goal from the 9. Looks to his left. Has it. Touchdown.
Well, the offensive line did it all on this drive, didn't they? Here it is on first and goal. Nice job of pass blocking, and the quarterback finds the open receiver for the touchdown.
The Broncos back deep, ready to receive. He's got a chance to return this one. And he's taken down right at about the 29, not quite to the 30. Bolden's the one who is down, and we'll step aside for just a moment. They come to the line of scrimmage. First down. Welker's in the slot. Manning's going to take it from the gun. Catch made along the sideline.
Well, the only thing I can say about that play, it was better than an incompletion. The quarterback gets the completion, and they pick up a yard or 2.
Welker's lined up now as a slot receiver. Second and 9. Ball's going to take the handoff now. And they bring him down at the 38-yard line.
Power running. A lot of teams in this league don't even do it anymore. This team, they can power it up in there and pick up those tough yards.
The Broncos take it from the 38. Ball's handed the football. The ball is jarred loose. He's brought to a halt.
Well, that time the offense fumbles the football, but the defense hit them so hard, there's no chance of hanging on. Hits the ground, and the defense recovers.
Let's go.
The Raiders have it at the 44. Here's the handoff. Ward's the one who brings him to the ground. Second and short following the run. Offense lines up here. Handoff. They have this one covered up, and it's going to set them back for a loss.
Well, that time, that's just a bad decision by the running back. He makes the wrong read. The offensive line blocked it right. But when you make the wrong read, you're going to get tackled. That time he gets tackled for a loss.
Third down and 3. And this pass goes incomplete as he was looking short that time.
Raiders will second-guess that play call. That time on 3rd and short, they throw the football. Everybody thought they were going to run it. They were trying to be too clever, and it backfired. Now it's 4th down.
The Raiders come out in a 2 tight end set. The Raiders from the 37. Looking across the middle, makes the reception. And that's a gain of 13.
I guess that's how we're going to be today, isn't it? We're just going to go for it on 4th down. That time they go for it, and they get it. Good job.
They load it up now. Bring out the 1st down at the 24. Looking to the right side and throwing. And that'll be good for the 1st. And as we take a closer look now at a receiver who has been very dangerous here in the 1st half. What's to like about this performance so far, Phil?
Oh, shoot, what is there to like? Everything. They cannot stop him. He has so much talent. He can do everything. And if I was a quarterback, I'd keep throwing the football his way.
Handoff out of the eye. And Wolf in on the tackle.
Not a good play call by the offensive coordinator. You're in the red zone. Trying to catch the defense off guard. I would have gone with the pass. Instead, they go with the run, and it gets very little gain.
2nd and goal from the 9. A takeaway. And this will be coming out to the 20 as he thinks better of running it out of the end zone this time.
Wonderful job by the defense that time. They stayed after it. And inside their own 20, they finally come up with the play. They get the interception, and they keep the other team from getting points on the board.
Wide receivers stacked up on this play. Manning's back in shotgun formation. Finds Thomas. He's stacked up at that point. And here we have 2nd down. 2nd down coming up. And the 2nd quarter is underway with this snap. Good coverage that time as this goes incomplete.
To be a great defensive back in the NFL now, you have to read the receiver. When those hands go up, you do the same, and that time the defense knocks the football down.
The Broncos come out in the pistol. 3rd down and 6. They're going to get him here for a sack.
Beautiful timing that time by the safety. That's what it's about when you talk about blitzing. Space the field properly so the safety has a lane to run into, and timing the snap of the ball. They did everything right that time. Good job of the safety getting that sack.
We'll see what he can do here. Dan picks up about 3.
Well, the best thing we can say about that punt return, well, he didn't fumble the football.
The Raiders ready now to start their next series. Take it here from the 35. Double tight end formation. 1st down at the 35. Gets the handle here. Close game to this point, but if you look at the rushing numbers in a tie game, you love seeing a running back that is having it his way.
They have run the football so well, you have to just sit back and say sooner or later they're going to fake that run and throw the football down the field and get a big play, because I think it's there.
1st down at the 27. They're all over him behind the line of scrimmage. And a loss of 1.
Good job by the defense. They stopped the offense that time on 1st down. Now the defense is in a good situation.
They'll go with the extra tonnage here with the jumbo set. 2nd and 11. Throws to the right. The Raiders now move the chains. Tackles made, and the 1st down is picked up. It's obvious that the game plan coming in was let's get the football in the hands of our wide receiver early and often.
Shoot, if it was me, I'd say get that football to him every game. That would be my priority, because he's one of the best ones in the NFL, and once he catches the football, look out.
McFadden's got it on the handle. Picks up maybe 3.
The Raiders won't be happy with the results of that play. They run it once they get into the red zone, and it does not fool the defense. They get overpowered, and they get a short gain.
Offense lines up here.
Get ready.
2nd down and 7. Toss to the outside. And Miller will cut down this outside run for a loss.
This defense, what a good job that time, swarming the offense, and they stopped the run and caused them to lose a couple yards. Now you have 3rd and long. Let those pass rushers go and see if you can make a big play.
Oh, it almost picked off that time.
Jim, when you get in these situations, there's not much you can do. 3rd and long, not easy to pick up first downs in these type of situations.
Drives it through for the field goal.
There's nothing like being ahead in a football game, no matter how many points it is, because now you can manage it in a different way, even though it's early in this game, and you make the other team come after you.
Anderson's going to start his return. And he's tackled just past the 20. We'll mark it at the 22-yard line. The Broncos are set for their next possession. Ball's in the backfield. Single back set. And that'll be a gain of about 2. This will be 2nd down. Welker's going to get set in the slot for this snap. Ball's going to secure the handoff. Tackles made.
Good job by the defense. All day long when the offense runs the football, they are ready for the challenge and not giving up very many yards.
Welker's a receiver in the slot. 3rd and 7. And they sack the quarterback. And that's a quick series, a 3-and-out.
Well, that's the quarterback's fault. My gosh. The safety, that's who he is supposed to look at all times when he's under center and when he drops back. He takes his eyes off of him. And what happens? Well, he gets sacked.
Going to try his luck here. That'll stop the play right there. The Raiders bring their offense back onto the field for their next drive. For this play, they'll go with 2 tight ends. 1st down at the 36. Throws the pass. Almost intercepted.
Well, Jim, I threw a lot of passes like that in my career where it should have been intercepted and the guy dropped it. I got a break. Now can you capitalize on that break?
2nd down and 10. Heaving it down the field. And it falls incomplete.
Deep passes in the NFL, they always serve a purpose. You're not always going to get the completion, but at least it gets the defense thinking that you will try some long throws down the field.
Let's go.
Midway, 2nd quarter. Pulls it in. And now we'll be on the other side of the 50 after this play. Being a go-to target, Phil, I think you would say every quarterback needs one. In fact, one just like this guy.
Well, I know this. They need one. I know they all want one. And as a wide receiver, some guys, it doesn't matter if you double team him every single play. They just have the knack and the talent to find a way to get open.
Intercepted. Good piece of tackling.
That was an awesome job by the defense. They just read the quarterback's eyes. They got in position, and they made the interception.
Ball's lined up behind his quarterback as the single back. 1st down at the 46. Coughed up the football. And the defense has it. The tackle is made.
Well, the one thing we know about the NFL, when you have the football in your hands, they are going to attack it. You've got to know that as a ball carrier, protect it a lot better.
Let's go.
The Raiders take it from the 43. Here's the handoff, and they'll run it. Taken down at the 39.
Always good to have these types of runs. Yeah, it's not a 1st down, but it sends a message. It shows everybody that you can run it when you want to, and also it opens up so many other things for your offense.
2nd down and 6. They'll go ground. Miller's there to take him down.
Well, I know it's not going to make a highlight film, but still a good solid run up in there for a couple yards.
Third down following the run. They bring in the extra tight end.
Get ready.
Dropped with a sack, and they're going to be punting after a short series.
Well, that time the quarterback is sacked on the third down, and that's, of course, that's bad. But the good thing is he did not try to force the football down the field and get the turnover.
Touchback now as the ball comes out to the 20. First down here. Ball lines up in the backfield. Finds Thomas, taken down at the 27. Manning still down, so we'll take a quick break and be back in just a moment. Ball split out wide on the right.
Get ready.
Osweiler's going to take the snap from the shotgun. Walker. That's a gain of 10.
There's no doubt time of possession can be an overrated stat in games many times. But one thing you want to do, throw and catch it just like this to pick up those first downs and keep it going.
And now we reach the 2-minute warning here in the second quarter. They come to the line, and it's first down. Osweiler set in the pistol. Over to Welker, and there's Welker. Welker tackled down.
Sometimes they tell the receivers just to go long, run a fly route, run a 9 route, because that means straight ahead or a streak. Show the speed that you have and get it done.
First down and 10. Good throw and good catch right on the sideline.
Nice job by the quarterback finding the open guy short. They get the completion. They still do not get the first down, though.
Osweiler set. Everybody emptied out for this snap. The Broncos with an empty backfield look here. The Broncos will take the snap from the 35. And he's forced to the ground. Third down on the way. And now they're in their hurry-up. Nothing will drive a coach crazier than a false start penalty.
Offense.
Third down after the penalty. Welker's lined up in the slot.
Let's go.
He'll take the snap from the gun. He makes the catch. Gains 18. The Broncos have clearly been focusing on getting some of their big weapons involved here in the first half. Thomas been a menace out there in the secondary with huge first half totals.
He does have a lot of talent. That's why they try to get the football to him. But the play design by the offensive coordinator, outstanding. That's why we're seeing such a big game from the wide receiver. Well, that field goal will keep the momentum going for the football team, and especially on the offensive side. You drive it down the field, you want something out of that drive. Well, this time it's not a touchdown, but the field goal plays well.
And he's out across the 20 and tackled at the 21. The Raiders offense now coming out. Two tight ends on the field here. Now first and 10. Harris is going to make the tackle. Second and 3 after that last carry. The jumbo set on the field. They'll go ground. That's Vickerson making the stop. Let's see what they do on this third down situation. An extra tight end on the field for this one. And the give to Darren McFadden. The tackle's made and the first down is picked up.
McFadden's a great running back to have on your football team, isn't he? He goes up in there and gets the first down. Now your offense has 3 more chances.
The Raiders have it at the 34. Reaches out and snatches it. Gain 13. The Raiders are going to burn the first of their 3 timeouts right here. They're back at the line after that catch for a first down. It's a 2 tight end formation. Staying with the passing game on first down. Finds his mark, and he's brought to the ground. A timeout charge to the offense. The offense is set at the line for the first down after that completion. That was a big gainer. Now it's time to back it up. And now on first down, they'll go back to the air. And that's Talib, who almost came away with a pick.
The defense did everything right in that situation. They were in the right spot. They were smart. They read the quarterback's eyes, but they dropped the pass.
One more snap, and we'll head to halftime. Second and 10. And that pass is going out of bounds, incomplete. Lining up for a 35-yard field goal. No good. An empty trip for the offense. So that's going to do it for this first half. We'll be back with our halftime report after the break. Raider ready now to get the second half underway. Jones will run this one out. And he fails to get out to the 20, and he is smacked down at the 15-yard line. The Raiders get ready to start their drive. Second half gets rolling now as he takes the snap and gains about 1. Phil, we have a wide receiver who just knows how to create big plays for himself on the field.
One of the best in the NFL. My gosh, it seems like every Sunday night you sit back and you see highlights of him catching the football and just streaking down the field. He's having an awesome day here today.
Second down and 9. The catch is made. He's brought down.
Good job by the play caller that time, calling for the short pass. Even though it comes up short of the first down, it opens up many things that you can do on third. You can run a reverse, draw plays, screen plays, or if you want, you can still throw it down the field.
That's been the story of this game. Another third down conversion to move the chains.
That's a nice job by the offense there. Get the first down, keep those chains moving, give yourself 3 more opportunities.
This play set up by the long gainer. Picks up the first down.
Well, they say arm strength is overrated in the NFL. I don't know who those people are. They don't know what they're talking about. It's a big part of playing quarterback. Look at that. He fires it in there in between the defenders for the completion.
Catch made. Gains 16. And this game is tied. And, Phil, you've got a quarterback, though, who's ready to be the difference maker down the stretch.
I would think so, Jim. He's been outstanding all day long. He has kept this football team in the game, and he is going to probably end up being the difference.
Offense lines up here. First and 10. Handoff made. Miller's there to make the tackle.
When we were at practice on Friday, Jim, this team was working on red zone offense all the time. Well, here they are. It's a tie game. We'll see if all that practice pays off.
Second down here after that run play. Double tight end formation. And that's Talib, who almost came away with a pick.
Well, the defense has to be depressed after that play because when you get a chance to get off the field, get a turnover, and get the offense off the field, man, you got to take advantage of situations like that.
3rd and 7. He'll throw it over the middle. Throws it in the end zone. Touchdown.
Nowadays, so many kids, they grow up, they want to be wide receivers. I don't blame them. They're out there, they get to catch the football, they get to score touchdowns, they get to do dances, and you're not really allowed to hit them either. What a job.
The Raiders for the point after. The point after is good. The Raiders defense will now be ready to get on the field. Their offense moved the ball over 80 yards on that last drive. Really no answer for them on what was a very impressive drive. Sebastian Janikowski lining up for the kickoff. Bolden's got it. The Broncos come out for the next possession. Ball lines up in the backfield. Manning out of the gun. It's over to Welker. Incomplete. Looking underneath that time.
Good job by the linebacker that time. Solid receiver coming in his area. Ready to quarterback and in wonderful position to knock the pass down.
Manning's lining up in the pistol. 2nd down and 10. Here's Sanders.
The Broncos that time, they can't get big yards, but the throw and catch picks up a few, and his 3rd down's much easier with this situation.
Thomas moved from the tight end position to the slot. Coming to the line, hoping to avoid being sacked for a third time. The Broncos take it from the 28. Peyton Manning looking down the field. Well, they convert this time, but they've had a tough time all day long on third down.
Well, I think we all know the situation here. It's a close game in the second half, and you're losing, but you pick up a first down. Oh, my gosh, that opens up many more possibilities what you can do on the offensive side. Good job by the offense.
Let's see how they back up the big play here.
There's no doubt about it. When you score like that to tie up the game, it shifts momentum. And it's all up now to the offense of the other team to get back out there and get the momentum back on their side.
Manning's going to watch his defense come out here in a moment. He was good for over 70 passing yards on that last touchdown drive. Tackled just past the 20. We'll mark it at the 22-yard line. The Raiders ready now to start their next series. Take it here from the 22. Offense lines up here. First down at the 22. They'll run it. Here's the handoff. And that gains one. After being stuffed at the line of scrimmage, it's now second down and 10. For this play, they'll go with two tight ends. Takes it out of the eye. Von Miller ends the play.
Well, a short gain on the run that time by the offense. When you're a running football team, listen, there's going to be a lot of ugly plays that don't work. You just got to keep running it.
There's a lot of extra weight out there for this jumbo set. Got the completion. There's the offense picking up another first down on third down.
You know, when you throw the football like that down the field, you pick up a first down. Now you can do anything you want on the offensive side, and you got that defense guessing.
They bring in the extra tight end. First down at the 43. Miller's able to knock that pass away for the incompletion.
Oh, good job by the linebacker knocking that pass down that time. All he did was watch the eyes of the quarterback, and he reacted. It put him in good position, and he knocks the football down.
Two tight ends on the field here. The Raiders take it from the 43. Has his man. Ward that time in on the tackle.
When it's man-to-man defense, what do? It's you against the receiver, and that time the receiver won. Also a nice throw by the quarterback.
That long gain sets them up here on this play. He's looking to the right here on this throw. Brought down after a gain of 15. Looking at the stats now, you see two wide receivers who have filled the role of being a #1 option today.
Yeah, you always want one wide receiver to step up for your football team and focus on him and see if he can get it done. But I'll tell you this, in the NFL now, you need 3 good wide receivers on every single team.
First down at the 17. The give out of the eye. That's a gain of 8.
Teams in the NFL spend about 30-40% of their time all week long practicing plays in the red zone. So there's a lot they can do here. Let's see if they come up with something that works.
They call his name again. They bring him to the turf.
Well, you always like to run the football once you get down in the red zone. That time they try the run game, but there is nowhere to go, and they get just a little gain out of that play.
And he's intercepted. Harris taking a knee here, so the ball will be spotted at the 20.
You got to stay aggressive on the defensive side. That time the defense did. Even though the offense was going in to score, they come up with the big play, and they get the interception inside their own 20-yard line.
Coming to the line, hoping to avoid being sacked for a third time, and that's a gain of 10.
ball. Is able to show everybody why he should get the football more. Good job that time, finding his way and picking up a first down.
Manning's going to be in the pistol here. The Broncos line up in the pistol offense. The Broncos will take the snap from the 30. They're setting up screen. He was looking short, but the pass falls incomplete.
Well, the protection was bad. Quarterback didn't have the time. He's off balance, and he throws the incompletion.
After the incomplete pass, it brings up second down. Wide receivers are bunched up. Manning's got it in the gun. And he's thrown to the ground.
I don't know who to blame here. Was it a great play by the safety getting the sack on the quarterback? Or the quarterback just not paying attention, seeing him coming, and if you see him, you've got to change the play or get rid of the football a lot quicker.
Ball's lined up directly behind the quarterback here. Going deep, looking for Demaryius Thomas. He caught it. Denver in for the score.
Touchdown.
Good job on that touchdown. That puts them ahead, and it's always, of course, better to be ahead than behind.
Driving extra point is good. The Broncos kicking team comes out now as the offense takes a break, and they deserve one after going down the field, mainly through the air with over 70 yards passing. Jones going to run this one out. And he's going to be taken down well short of the 20. Let's mark him at the 15. First down here. The Raiders, pistol set here. He takes it on the counter. Ward that time in on the tackle.
Good job that time by the offense. Power run gets them a few yards.
And it'll be second down and 6 after the running play on first down. That leads us to second down. They load it up now, bring out the jumbo formation. Final quarter underway now with this snap. Gets it out for the completion. Looking at this comparison, Phil, it's fun to see these two quarterbacks going head-to-head in a tightly contested game.
Yeah, so well played on the offensive side by both teams. The quarterbacks, they've been very sharp. They're on target with the football, and their offensive lines are playing very well.
Here's the first snap after the big play. Makes the reception. That picks up 11. And with another look at the stats now, we're still seeing a strong performance from this wide receiver.
Yeah, he's having a wonderful day. And listen, I'm not surprised by it. He is a really good player. But when you take a really good player and you have a good design on the offensive side, you make that really good player great.
Looking to go up top again on first down. As his target, the Raiders get a first down.
Big first down by the offense that time. Here in the second half, they're losing a close game, and you get that first down. It just gives you confidence. It opens up the playbook, and it just gives you a better chance of going down the field and getting the score.
First down here after the completion. Offense lines up here. And now here's the toss. Good for only a yard.
Anytime your team is down, you're inside the other team's red zone, you look for one of your star players, your quarterback, wide receiver, or running back. They need to make a big play here.
Offense lines up here. 2nd and 9. He's got the catch. He's in the end zone. Touchdown.
Well, that score ties the game up. Now, on the defensive side, you got to come out there and take advantage of this feeling you got going now and get the football back for your offense.
The Raiders lined up now for the point after. Extra point was good. The Raiders defense will now be ready to get on the field. Their offense moved the ball over 80 yards on that last drive. Really no answer for them on what was a very impressive drive. They're setting up the return. And the tackle is made right around the 32-yard line. The Broncos bring their offense back on the field for their next drive. Welker's in the slot. First down at the 32. He'll fire it out to the left. Connects with Thomas. And they tackle him down at the 37-yard line.
Well, when you keep chipping away with these short throws, sooner or later that defense is going to come up. And when they come up, that's when you throw it over the top.
Manning's lined up. Two tight ends set. The Broncos from the 37. Balls taking the handoff. Rock for a loss on that play.
Well, when you have good team speed on the defensive side, you can make plays just like this. You can get it in the backfield and tackle the running back for a loss.
Third down here. Offense trying to pick up the first. And Wes Welker hauls it in.
Good job by the defense. They're well taught, well schooled by the defensive coordinator. They know in situations like this, if it's thrown short of the first down marker, they're good. They come up, make the tackle. Now we have fourth down.
He's got a chance to return this one. He's brought down at the 25-yard line. First down coming up. An extra tight end on the field for this one. They'll run it here. Searching for space to the right. Trevathan that time on the tackle.
This is one good tackling defense. They stay in good position at all times. And we saw it that time when they stopped the play for a short gain.
That's second down coming up. They'll go with the extra tonnage here with the jumbo set. He's tackled beyond the markers. It's a first down. And as these numbers will show you, this wide receiver has been a big part of why they're in front today.
Talk about those numbers. You know, the coaches on the sidelines, they have those same numbers. Look at them and say, hey, we got to stop this, change the defense, double cover him every once in a while. I think that will really help him.
They run the counter play, and he gains maybe 3.
Nice job that time by the defense. They were ready for the run, nowhere for the running back to go, and they stopped him for a short gain.
It's a 2 tight end formation. Second down and 7. On the money. He'll pick up 7 this time.
Well, it's one thing to have talent as a quarterback. You need that to succeed in the NFL, but you got to be smart also. And how about that? That time the QB changed the protection, took advantage of the defense, which was blitzing, picked them all up. Great job by the QB.
Now they take the football onto the opponent's side of the field.
When you're an offensive lineman and you can line up and just run the football straight ahead and pick up those kind of yards, you are going to get into the head of the defense. You're basically saying, we're tougher than you are, and we're just going to come right at you.
Double tight end formation. Second and 6. Very nearly intercepted.
Every quarterback in the NFL is going to have 1 or 2 passes a game. They can be picked off. Most of the time they're dropped, and this time that was a bad drop by the defense.
Third and 6. Out to the left. On the money. Another third down conversion. The offense continues to come through in the clutch.
Well, you get a couple first downs on a drive. It just, of course, it makes you feel good about what you're doing. It loosens up the offensive play caller, and there's nothing like dictating to the defense. I love it.
The Raiders have it at the 34. To the ground. He's tackled right at the 24.
Well, when you have a successful draw play, a lot of times it's up to the quarterback. As he's dropping back, if he holds that football up and makes everybody think it's a pass, it works. Then when he hands it to the running back, look out.
This will be the 8th play of this drive. Tie game here in the late going, and the defense needs to make a stop. They cannot give up the big play right now. And he's taken down, but not until he picks up the first.
running back in this league and you pick up first downs and you don't fumble the football, I promise you one thing, you're going to get more carries.
First down here after the run. Time becoming a factor in this game. Just 2 minutes left in this one now. Back in a moment. New set of downs now after picking up the first on the ground. For this play, they'll go with 2 tight ends. Has his man in on the stop.
Anytime he picks up a couple first downs, here's what happens. The defense starts to doubt what they're doing, but maybe more importantly, it gets those big boys over there tired.
What a drive this has been. First and goal. The defense gets the sack. The Broncos defense will stop the clock here with under 2 to go as they want to preserve the clock. 2nd and 15 following the first down sack. This long drive continues. Looking across the middle, incomplete. The hit jarred the ball loose.
When you get 3rd and goal, a lot of times it just comes down to who's willing to fight the hardest. We'll find out here in a second.
This will be the offense's 12th play of the drive. Mounting a serious drive. 3rd and forever. Trying to work that. Intercepted! That brings the play to an end.
Sometimes as a quarterback, you just misjudge the talent on the other side. And what a play by the linebacker picking off the pass. What a pair of hands also.
Caldwell's lined up now. 1st and 10. Off the mark here as this throw heads out of bounds. The Broncos come to the line of scrimmage with 2 timeouts to play with. Offense lines up here. Manning from the gun. Here's Sanders, and Sanders has stopped there.
Nice catch by the receiver, but it still doesn't get a first down.
Offense lines up here. Third down and 5. Wants to go deep. Almost intercepted.
The defense did an awesome job that time. They had the right defense called, and that time the defender almost picked off the pass. Good job by the defense.
We'll see what he can do here. Nice tackle. The offense comes onto the field after the punt. They can steer this game towards overtime, or they can gamble a little bit and go for the win.
Jim, I would not gamble in a situation like this. You have all the control on the offensive side. Play it safe, and you hope somebody breaks a play to get that offense going. Then you can gamble and try to go for the score.
Finds his mark. Moore's there to make the stop. The Raiders call the timeout. Their first. They're back at the line after that catch for a first down. Nickel formation here for the defense. Secures it with 2 hands and picks up the first down. The Broncos will, of course, call the timeout now to stop the clock. The offense is set at the line for the first down after that completion. They bring in the extra tight end. The give. That's Bickerson making the stop.
Now the offense is down here in the red zone or the green zone if you like to think of money, and it's a tie game. A lot of things you could do. They love to throw it in the end zone, but maybe they'll cross them up with the run. We'll find out.
2 tight ends on the field here. 2nd down and 7. Here's the handoff. Picked up a couple that time.
You got to keep your offensive lineman aggressive, so you have to run the football every once in a while. That run, even though it was a short game, it served a purpose.
Lining up now for a pressure kick. The Broncos, in a tie game, will call a timeout. They clearly want the ball back with a chance to do something. The Raiders are a kick away from a field goal that would give them the lead here late in the game.
He makes it, and the celebration is underway.
What's it like for a team standing on the sideline waiting to see if the kicker can win the game for your team?
Jim, it's very nerve-wracking. You know that you have nothing to do with the outcome. It's all up to the kicker now. You've watched him make it many, many times in practice. When they do it in the game, that is just exciting stuff.
What a memorable game this truly was. For Phil Simms, Danielle Bellini, and Larry Ridley, Jim Nance saying so long for now, and we leave you with the GMC Never Say Never moment of the game.
Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. Two running backs will take the field today in hopes of leading their team to victory. It's the Raiders going up against the Chargers. So let's go now to Oakland, California, where Jim and Phil are on the call.
Chargers, Raiders, and the rain is really coming down here. We're going to have soggy conditions as we get set for today's game. Hello, friends. Jim Nance along with Phil Simms. It always gets ratcheted up, the intensity that is, when you got a divisional matchup at your hands like we do today.
Yeah, everybody gets into the games like this. The players, the little animosity built up because you've already played the team once. The coaches, you know, they're in those film rooms designing plays for the second time around. They get into it, so it just makes the game more emotional, more fun to watch. Can't wait to see it.
Now as we go to the field, it's Danny Woodhead back deep for the kickoff. Sebastian Janikowski has it teed up for the opening kickoff. Royals got a chance for a return, and he's tackled right at about the 28-yard line. Raised in Alabama, educated at NC State. Here is quarterback Philip Rivers.
There's no doubt when you talk about the San Diego Chargers, their leader and the guy they're going to build this football team around is their quarterback, Philip Rivers, and he's got to be outstanding, tough, and not turn the football over.
The Chargers this time will go with 2 tight ends. He's taken down at the 30. For the offense today at running back, he came into his own in 2013, Ryan Matthews.
It's hard to say this, but maybe his biggest detriment is the fact that Ryan Matthews just runs so hard, it's hard to stay healthy. He just goes after every play like it's going to be his last. He's a really good NFL running back. That was a nice job by the offense. It just puts them in a better position. Nice little throw and catch.
First down here after the completion. Split backfield here.
And the give to Ryan Matthews. Now they take the football onto the opponent's side of the field. They've marched right onto the field with this opening drive, and they're moving the chains with regularity.
They sure are, and I think it's time for the defense to quit sitting in there in that bland defense they're running, take a chance and try to stop this drive.
Rivers out of the gun. Looking to the right side and throwing. Floyd tackled down.
They're back at the line after that catch for a first down. Defense filling up the box here with a 4-6 formation.
Rivers is dropping back to pass once again. And Gates has got it on a pass that had some heat.
Well, the offense has done a good job getting down inside the 20 in the so-called red zone or green zone by some teams. But the defense, you can be a little more aggressive now because you don't have to worry about the length of the field. It is shortened, so take advantage of it and attack this offense a little more.
And that's a gain of 9.
When a coach can have a run that picks up those kind of yards, it gives them confidence, and they will show more and more patience with the running game. So the defense, they better dig in here.
Offense lines up here. Breaks out of that one. And he's taken down.
Really good job by the defensive coordinator. Good time to call that blitz. Catches the offense by surprise, and they just outnumber them, and they get to the quarterback, and they take him down.
Woodhead lined up in the backfield.
3rd down and 10.
Ball is out. They cough up the football, and the defense takes possession.
He's brought to a halt.
So the rookie quarterback will take the field, trying to improve week by week.
Well, he's getting some experience. It's not a lot, but it's enough to help him feel more comfortable, and I think play better. He should do well here today.
The Raiders come out. 2 tight ends on the field.
1st down and 10.
And that's Teo in on the stop.
This offensive line today will be leaned on to protect their quarterback as well as opening up some running lanes. An extra tight end on the field for this one. Throw to the left. Catch made. And he's tackled down after picking up the first.
This is what you call throwing the wide receiver open against man-to-man coverage. Throw it to the open space. Let the receiver outrun the defensive back. Nice completion.
The jumbo set on the field.
Halfway through this first quarter now. Has a catch for the first.
Well, it was man-to-man coverage. Bad job by the defense. The defensive back so slow. No chance of keeping up with the wide receiver.
The offense is set at the line for the first down after that completion. After the long gain, let's see what they do here. Handoff. He's going to be swallowed up behind the line. As we look at the defense, you've got to beware of Dwight Freeney in this one.
Dwight Freeney, the thing that stands out about him, he has the greatest spin move in NFL history. I sit there.
That ball has been picked off. He stacked up at that point.
Butler is such an impressive athlete. We know he can tackle and stop the run game, but how about that in the pass game? Defending the pass and picking it off. Good job.
The Chargers are at the line of scrimmage and loading up that line with an extra tight end.
Now 1st and 10. They'll meet him this time behind the line. This defensive front has been the talk all week long. And Phil, we met with them in our production meetings this week. They know they'll have a chance to get to the quarterback today. Throws to the right. Makes the catch. That picks up 7.
Well, if the defense is going to make you throw it short, then throw it short, take advantage of it, and that completion gives you a good situation now on 3rd down.
Offense lines up here. Coming to the line, hoping to avoid being sacked for a 3rd time.
Rivers is standing back in the shotgun, ready for the snap.
Makes the catch inbounds. And he's going to be tackled, and that's going to bring us to 4th down.
If you're going to blitz, you got to get to the quarterback and at least hit him. Good job by the offensive line. The QB has time and throws the football down the field for completion.
Looking for a lane on the return. Picks up 8 here.
First down on the way. It's a 2 tight end formation.
Gets the handle here. Keeps his legs moving. He's tackled right at the 48.
The Raiders' offensive line will be whooping it up tomorrow when they watch this play in the film room. What a good job by them. Excellent planning and awesome execution.
Offense lines up here.
First down at the 48.
Here's the handoff, and they'll run it. Butler's there to make the tackle.
If you want to run the football with success, you're going to have plays like this where they pick up very little yardage. Don't listen to the fans. Keep running it, and it'll work.
Double tight end formation. 2nd down and 9. Pass is intercepted. Tackles made.
Teo's able to show off those great hands and picking off that pass from the linebacker position. What a job and what a pair of hands.
Coming to the line, hoping to avoid being sacked for a 3rd time. First down at the 40. Handoff by Rivers. Going to be a tackle for a loss.
Good job by the defense. They stopped the first down play that time by the offense, and now they have a good situation.
Second down and 12. Matthews. Nothing there as this goes for a loss of 2. That last play was a run. 3rd down coming up. Now looking at 3rd down.
Brown's going to get set in the slot for this snap. And the 2nd quarter is underway with this snap.
The defense gets a sack.
Well, that was an aggressive play by the defense. That's risk reward. The reward, of course, is sacking the quarterback like they did. Well, the risk is if you don't get there, you could give up a big play.
Fields it cleanly and starts his return. The Raiders ready now to start their next series. They'll take it here from the 39. The Raiders have it at the 39. They'll go ground.
And it's Eric Weddle who makes the tackle.
Outside runs take time. And when you run outside, you expect the safety to get up there with that extra time and make the tackle. Good job that time by the safety.
There's a lot of extra weight out there for this jumbo set. 2nd and 10. Shows all kinds of awareness here as he picks up the first down.
The quarterbacks and receivers in this NFL now are so good. It's so easy for them to throw and catch and just keep picking up those first downs.
For this play, they'll go with 2 tight ends. First down at the 47. Butler's able to knock the pass away.
He's such a smart linebacker. That's one of the reasons why he was able to knock that pass down that time. He diagnosed the play. He saw what it was going to be, got himself in position, and he made it happen.
2nd down and 10. Makes the catch in the open field.
What a nice catch by the receiver. Getting past the yard markers, makes the catch, and gets the first down.
First down here after the completion. Let's see what they do on first down following that huge play. They'll go ground in the promised land. Touchdown.
Oh, you just love it as a quarterback. You get down in there and it's first and goal and you score. Now you don't have to sweat the fact that, man, what are we going to do if it gets to third down? You don't have to worry about it. Good run, nice touchdown.
The Raiders for the point after. And the point after is good. The Raiders were very effective on that scoring drive, especially via the pass. Over 50 passing yards on that scoring drive. He'll take it from the 4. And the tackle's made right around the 25-yard line. The Chargers now bring their offense back onto the field for the next drive. Split backfield here. The Chargers will take the snap from the 25. An open lane. That'll stop the play right there.
When you run the football like this and you show toughness, there is no doubt when you fake it and try to throw the football down the field, the quarterback's going to have all day to get it done.
Offense lines up here. And the carry to Ryan Matthews.
Safeties now in the NFL have to cover like a corner, and they got to tackle like a linebacker. And that time the safety came up, and he tackled like a linebacker and stopped that outside run.
Philip Rivers from the shotgun. Looking long. What a catch down the middle of the field.
It's just not done enough, I think, in the league anymore. Everybody's so careful. But look what can happen. You can have the perfect throw, the perfect catch, and a big play.
First down following the long play. Ryan Matthews takes the handoff, and Matthews is brought down. The Chargers run the risk right now of having to abandon the running game. And Matthews has been off the mark, and that's a big reason why they're trailing in this one.
That's right. It hasn't worked. So what do you say? Don't be afraid to change. What you have to do, you call the plays, they give your team the best chance to win, and they better start changing those play calls. That was a power running play that time by the offense. It picked up some good yards. Nothing like it. Show the defense you're willing to get in there and slug it out and get some tough running yards.
Rivers will take the snap from the gun. They go screen with Woodhead.
Well, there's not much to say about that play, Jim. It was a completion by the quarterback, and it picked up a couple yards.
And converts on the 3.
Well, even though they get the field goal that time, it's still disappointing. You get in that position, you'd like to score a touchdown.
The Raiders ready to return the kickoff.
past the 20 and brought down at the 23. The Raiders now will start their drive at the 23. Offense lines up here. The Raiders take it from the 23. Takes it from the eye. He's brought down at the 23-yard line. After being stuffed at the line of scrimmage, it's now 2nd down and 10. They bring in the extra tight end. And he hauls it in. Tackled at the 29-yard line.
Well, you played this cover 4. In other words, you got 4 defenders playing deep, equally spread across the field. Well, who's going to cover the in cuts and underneath? Nobody. That's why the quarterback got an easy completion that time on the in route.
Reynolds is in on the tackle. And we've reached the 2-minute warning in this one. They're able to move the chains after that last run. Out of the eye. Here's the handoff. They tackle him for a loss.
Got to give the defense some credit on first down. There's so many things the offense can do. They were ready for that play, and they stopped it.
They load it up now. Bring out the jumbo formation.
The Raiders will take the snap from the 40. Catch made. And they advance the ball onto the other side of the field.
Well, I guess the best thing to say there, Jim, is they completed a pass, but it still did not get a first down.
It's 3rd down coming up. 2 tight ends on the field here.
Let's go.
Throws the pass. He has the grab.
Tight ends are absolutely crucial for what an offense does now, and we're seeing why here in this first half, partner.
Yeah, we are, Jim, and I think it started years ago when the New England Patriots would come on the field and use multiple tight ends. It was a good way to fool the defense and be able to throw it to the tight end, and it's working so far here today for this offense.
First down at the 35. Has his target. And, Phil, you look at this offense right now. They've got a quarterback who's moving the football through the air, and that's a big reason why they're leading this game.
That's right. That's why they're leading the game. Boy, I'd hate to be a defensive back out there today. The wide receivers are good. The quarterback is hot. They've got awesome rhythm, and that's why they're playing so well.
First down at the 21. Handoff made. They are in the backfield in a hurry and will bring him down for a loss behind the line of scrimmage.
2nd down here. This will probably be the last play of the first half. He's looking to the right.
The Raiders. Touchdown.
I give all the credit to the wide receiver here. What a route.
Do it for the first half. Raiders are up in this one. Chargers getting set for the kickoff. An extra tight end on the field for this one.
And here we go. The first snap of the second half. They've got him.
Behind the line of scrimmage.
Good job by the defense. They stopped the offense that time on first down. Now the defense is in a good situation.
Second down now. It's a two tight end formation. Greeny brings the quarterback down.
Well, I don't know who to blame here or give credit to. Blame the quarterback for not changing the protection, or just give a lot of credit. Well, that's where I'm going. What a job by the defense. They catch the offense off guard, and they get to the QB with the blitz and take him down.
The pass falls incomplete, and they fail to pick up a first down on this series. King is back now. He'll be punting. Allen's tackled down at the 38.
Well, only a couple yards that time by the punt returner. Good defense by the punt coverage team. They get down their speed. They hustle. They're all around him. They only give up a couple yards.
First down at the 38. Looking for Malcolm Floyd on the deep pass. Touchdown. That'll close the gap.
Touchdown Chargers.
Well, we're talking about some of the fastest humans on earth. And we take into account you can't touch them or breathe on them. That's how they're able to get open and make so many catches.
Throwing now to his left. So put down a touchdown and a two-point conversion on that occasion.
Yeah, good job by the offense. They executed the play perfectly, and they got in the end zone, like you said, and got that 2 points.
And he's tackled just past the 20. We'll mark it at the 22-yard line. The Raiders ready now to start their next series. Take it here from the 22. First down at the 22. Will run it. Here's the handoff.
Good job by the defense. They stopped the first down play that time by the offense, and now they have a good situation.
Second down. Offense lines up here. Flip to the outside. Swallowed up behind the line of scrimmage.
Great situation to be in for the defense right here. It's third long, and even though their team is losing the game, you can get after the quarterback and hope you can find a way to force a turnover.
Double tight end formation. Third and long. Brings it into his body. That's Weddle making the stop.
Well, you always hear that expression, it's a chess match out there. Well, I believe that because you got to be a thinker on the football field. And the quarterback won this chess match. He changed the pass protection. He got the extra time, and it worked to his advantage.
For this play, they'll go with two tight ends. First and 10. Handoff out of the I formation. He's tackled right at the 36.
Nice run that time. When you run the football like this, over a period of time, it's going to wear that defense out. There's no doubt about it. Nice job by the offensive line.
The Raiders bring in an extra tight end for this play. The Raiders snap it at the 36. Another carry here. And that's a big tackle behind the line of scrimmage.
Hey, that's a great job by the defense. What an effort and what speed. That time they hit the backfield and tackle the runner for a loss.
Now 3rd and 10 following the run. On this passing down, the defense comes out in the nickel. Williams able to swat the pass away.
Boy, it must be hard just to knock the football down. That time he's in good position because you know the defender wanted to go for the interception, but he played it smart and knocked it down instead.
And Allen is stopped there. It's first down as they head to the line. Play fake. They're going to get him here for a sack. Rivers is in a whole lot of pain right now. We'll take an injury timeout and be back in just a moment. Matthews lined up in the backfield. Under fire on that throw.
I think, Jim, you know, when you got a close game like this, it's third and long on the offensive side, you got to be smart. You know, don't take a chance. If you take a chance and cause a turnover, then that could turn the game around big time. So I expect the quarterback here to be very conservative with this decision.
And after only 3 plays, that incompletion brings us to 4th down.
Well, you're down. It's in the first half. You got 4th and long near midfield. This is a no-brainer. I think the coach, don't even think about it. Send that punting team in there, punt the football, and play field position.
See what he can do here. Good piece of tackling. The Raiders offense ready now to see what it can do. They bring in the extra 1st and 10. They'll run it here. Johnson's there that time for the tackle. As they continue to lead, you do wonder if this team will run the football more, even though it has been really ineffective to this point.
No, I'd say this. I would go with the pass. You know, you can win the game in the NFL just passing the football. That's what they're going to have to do here today. The run game, it's been rough, and I don't see it changing.
Underneath, but can't find a mark that time as the pass goes incomplete. This is 3rd down. 2 tight ends on the field here. And that's going to be a 3 and out.
It's really simple. Keep your eyes on the football. When you're not on it, that's when you drop it, and that's what happened that time.
The offense is going to stay on the field now for this 4th and 7. They'll go with the extra tonnage here with the jumbo set. Looking to go deep. Interception by Eric Weddle. The tackle is made.
Nice job of the defense that time. In position, they read the quarterback's eyes, and it led to an interception.
Wide receivers stacked up on this play. 1st down and 10. And he's forced to the ground.
This quarterback has been getting sacked and hit all day long. Look, the offensive line's not going to help you out, so you just got to do it yourself. Drop back, make a decision, and get rid of the football quickly.
Quarterback coming to the line, hoping to avoid being sacked for a 6th time in this game. The Chargers have struggled in pass protection. Rivers has tried to drop back and make plays, but he's been under pressure all game long.
Oh, boy, watching a quarterback in a day like today, I'm glad I'm up in the booth because that is some beating he is taking, but he's hanging in there tough.
3rd down. Royals, a receiver in the slot. Rivers is going to take it from the gun. Looking to the right side and throwing.
The Chargers, good job that time moving the chains, picking up that 1st down. And, Jim, of course, there's no time to panic in a situation like this. I think they know that. It's in the 2nd half. You're down just a few points. Just keep looking for ways to get another 1st down, and that'll serve your team well.
And he's thrown to the ground.
There is nothing worse for a quarterback than have the pocket collapse. And that time it collapsed on his left side. There's nothing he can do, and he goes down for the sack.
And Matthews is lined up in a single back formation. The Chargers take it from the 23. And this won't even get back to the line. They'll end up losing one. Close game right now, partner. And you look at the matchup at running back, and neither one of them has really been all that effective.
No, Jim, they have not been. I'll say this to the running backs, to the coaches, to the offensive line, everybody. Stay patient, stay with the run game, and I think it will work.
Rivers out of the gun. Royals got the catch and the first.
Well, I think we all know the situation here. It's a close game in the second half, and you're losing, but you pick up a first down. Oh, my gosh, that opens up many more possibilities what you can do on the offensive side. Good job by the offense.
The Chargers take it from the 43. Rivers connects with Antonio Gates. This will be the 8th play of this drive. Offense lines up here. Second down, 4 to go. And the give to Ryan Matthews. Taking a look at the rush totals. Both these defenses have to be happy with those numbers.
Yes, Jim, I'm sure they're happy what they've done. They've made the offense one-dimensional. So when you have an offense that can't run, just think about one thing. And what's that? Go after that quarterback.
About to snap it for the 9th play of the drive. Royals lined up in the slot. Woodhead lined up in the backfield. The final quarter underway now with this snap. And incomplete pass that time as he threw it short. All set to punt here. They come to the line of scrimmage. First down. For some daylight up the middle.
Power running. A lot of teams in this league don't even do it anymore. This team, they can power it up in there and pick up those tough yards.
The jumbo set on the field. The Raiders will take the snap from the 40. And he's brought to the ground.
What that run does, it just puts the offense in a good situation. So a good, positive run.
3rd and 2 here after the run. An extra tight end on the field for this one. We'll run it with him again. And he's going to be tackled, and that's going to bring us to 4th down.
This is called managing the football game as a head coach. What are you doing here? You got to lead. It's close. It's 4th down and it's short yardage. You're near midfield. Don't do it. Punt the football away. And if the other team's going to go ahead, make them drive the length of the field.
The Raiders have it at the 44. They call his number once more. Picks up about 5.
Well, the defense, they give them a first down there. They're behind. They just can't sit back there and keep bending. You got to take some chances. Go on the offensive, on the defensive side, and just make things happen.
First down here after the run. It's a 2 tight end formation. Tossed to the outside. That'll put them in what we call plus territory. Second down and 3 following that nice run. The give. McFadden left side. And he's tackled, but not until he picked up the first down.
A lot of people talk about time of possession. Sometimes it's overblown, but in a situation like this, where you're winning a close game in the second half, you want to control the tempo, control the clock, keep getting those first downs.
First down at the 38. Darren McFadden will run with it and gains a few.
Hey, this defense, they are tough. When you run that football, they got some men up front, and that time they stopped that run just for a short gain.
Double tight end formation. Second down and 7. He'll throw it over the middle. brought down. Phil, this quarterback matchup has been a great one today, as both have put on quite a show.
Yeah, it's been a great matchup between the quarterbacks. And look, I think the league is loaded with really good quarterbacks. I'm tired of hearing people say, oh, the league doesn't have enough guys. Yeah, they do. There are a lot of good ones. Give them time, and they'll show it too.
Handoff out of the eye. 6 in the books.
Well, the offense goes in there and scores again to increase their lead. It's got to give a lot of confidence to the defense. Now can they go out there and do their job?
The Raiders with an extra point try on the way. Inside of the uprights. Ready to swing his leg as aggressively as possible and send the football down to the end zone. Royals got it on the return. They bring him to the turf. The Chargers break huddle and start their drive this time from the 25. Wide receivers are bunched up. The Chargers will take the snap from the 25. And there's Floyd. Floyd's tackled down at the 50. The Chargers trail here in the second half. Rivers, his numbers, though, speak to a team that could be winning if other things like their defense were doing their part here, partner.
Well, yeah, that's right. The defense has got to hold their end up, but the offense, they've been very, very good. The quarterback has been accurate. He has been smart, and that always gives you a chance when your quarterback is playing that well. Good job with the safety getting that sack. I'll say this. He can tackle, he can cover, and he's shown us he can blitz too and get to the quarterback.
Matthews takes his spot in the backfield. The Chargers have it at the 44. Throws to the right. Has Royal. He stayed in there that time. Took the hit, but still was able to make the play.
Jim, you're right. Good job by the QB, and you're going to have to do this 3 or 4 times a game. The protection cannot always be perfect. He stands in there, gets hit, but still throws the football right on target.
He's tackled beyond the markers. It's a first down.
When you pick up first downs against the defense, they will get tired. That time, nice job by the offense getting the first down, even though they're losing here in the game.
First down at the 36. Sticks to his hands for about 4.
That's a nice route on the outside. Nice throw by the quarterback. Puts him in good position to keep moving and get a first down.
Brown's in the slot. Second down and 5. The defense gets the sack. We've hit the 2-minute warning in the second half. Big moment here. Third down coming up. Rivers set, empty backfield. Third and a long way to go. As Royal.
Defensive coordinators love this situation, don't they? Third and long, they can do just about anything, and it's going to work, and they stop the offense that time.
The kick is good.
Never take it for granted. When you're trying a field goal, a lot of things can go wrong, but good execution that time by the offense and a good kick. 3 points.
Jones is going to test the coverage this time. And they're all over him at the 18-yard line. First down, offense readying for the snap. For this play, they'll go with 2 tight ends. Here's the handoff. Left side. That's a gain of only a yard. They call for the timeout to stop the clock. Coming up, second down.
Let's go.
Outside now on the toss. They deck him in the backfield. They immediately call for a timeout. The defense looking for one more stop here on third down after that run. There's a lot of extra weight out there for this jumbo set. Makes the reception. He's going to be brought down, and that's going to be a 3 and out for this offense. That timeout might be very useful for the offense. They're now ready to go. The Raiders go with 2 tight ends on this play. The Raiders take it from the 23. Pulls it in. Taken down at the 33.
Bad job by the defense. They know if they give up a first down, the game is probably over. They get pulled and they give it up. That's probably why they're going to lose.
They're back at the line after that catch for a first down. They bring in the extra tight end. Brings it in. Weddles in on the tackle.
There has been good pass protection for the quarterback all day long. He has not been sacked much, and he throws it there and gets another completion.
The offense is set at the line for the first down after that completion. Handoff. Finds the one who brings him to the ground. That last running play was good for only a yard, so it's 2nd down and 9. The Raiders come out in the pistol.
Let's go.
Takes it again out to the left. In on the stop.
Raiders offensive line is just whooping some tail today, aren't they? What a job up front. That helps the running back get in space, get down there, and pick up a big gain.
New set of downs now after picking up the first on the ground.
Let's go.
McFadden's going to take the handoff now. And that's a gain of maybe 5. Bill, before we go, how about a little chat about how much this win means?
Well, you know, Jim, let's look at it this way. It was just a nice win. It keeps your confidence up, and it just gives you a little energy to go out next week and try to accomplish it again.
Memorable game this truly was. For Phil Simms, Danielle Bellini, and Larry Ridley, Jim Nance saying so long for now, and we leave you with the GMC Never Say Never moment of the game.